Hi everyone, I'm here to review week 3 with you, which I am posting very shortly. I wanted to do a video like I have done the last couple weeks. I'm not sure whether this is helpful for you, but I hope so. It seems like some people are watching, and so hopefully having a walkthrough takes away any questions or uncertainty that you have about the expectations. Obviously, if not, you can always email me. All right, so one thing I want you to notice that I've added here is a module right underneath the syllabus module about our career exploration project. This class picks up steam pretty quickly. It's going to move pretty quickly from here on out. We're entering week 3 of 8. So we're actually coming up on the halfway point in a couple weeks already. So your final assessment, so to speak, that's not a good word, but your final project in this class is a career exploration project. There is no final exam, there's no test. It's this career project, which is a significant portion of your grade, and that's one of the reasons that we've spent these early weeks looking at a couple careers to figure out which one you might want to delve more into for this project. What I want you to do for right now is just review these guidelines that are posted here, review this outline assignment and the example. Please don't get overwhelmed by this, okay? We're going to go over this very detailed in our Zoom meeting in week 4 on the 22nd. So I want you to read through it, make notes of any questions that you have. You can post your questions in the discussion board forum. You can email them to me, or you can just kind of hang on to them until our Zoom session on the 22nd. So I just want you to have lots of notice because we're talking about time management this week. I want you to be able to feel like you have a handle on what's due and when and can plan ahead. But there's nothing due for this. I believe the first piece that's due is your outline and your reference page, which is not due until the end of week 5. So again, we're right at the beginning of week 3 starting on Tuesday. So you have quite a bit of time. I just want you to take a look at these and, just kind of hold this in the back of your mind, okay? All right, so the pieces that are going to be due for week 3, your final due date for week 3 is September 21st. This week we're talking about values and time management. So hopefully you're starting to see the thread that we're following here, okay? We talked about some career exploration. We talked about the broader theme of purpose. We talked about values. And now we're going to talk about, kind of some more concrete application to this. How does knowing what we value help us to actually do the day-to-day tasks of setting our priorities? All right. So another piece this week is going to be the financial literacy and advising sort of sub-module, if you will. I don't know, little mini subject that we're doing. Jenna Anand is an advisor in the Advising and Transfer Center. She also works in CAPS. She's on maternity leave this semester, but she put this together for us before she left. She is definitely a rock star, as are all of them in there. And this is some really valuable information about kind of the how college works piece. That's also an important part of FYE. So you're going to read this page about Jenna, just kind of introducing her, put a face with that name. When she comes back, you'll have that connection and know who she is. There's also contact information here for the departments of financial aid and advising if you should ever need any help from them. This is the presentation. It's a little bit long. I think it's about a half an hour, but it is very valuable information that can save you a lot of time, save you a lot of money. Hopefully, that's our goal. So definitely take a look at that. Then you're going to complete 2 things. One is the advising practice quiz, and this does not count toward your grade and only will negatively impact your grade if you don't do it. Let's put it that way. So you get credit as long as you do it and you do it on time, but you're not expected to know all of these things going in. That's the point of the quiz, is to learn from this how different pieces of advising work. So you'll see what I mean when you open that. All right, the next part is 3 questions or takeaways from Jenna's presentation. So as you're watching Jenna's video, write down any questions or takeaways that you have. So I'll show you in the instructions what the expectation is. It's pretty general. They can be things you learned, things that surprise you, questions that you have. There's no real, limit to this. So there's 2 points to this. The first one is, that you actually watch the video, that I can tell that you took the time to look and thoughtfully watch this presentation and hopefully take this information in. The second point is more important, and that is giving you an opportunity to get any other questions answered that you might have. So if you do have questions, please write them down here. You'll get points for doing it, and I also will either answer them for you, or if I cannot answer them, I will pass them on and get answers for you from advising or from financial aid. That brings me, by the way, to a little side note. Please log back into your assignments. I'm giving you feedback as I grade you. I'm making comments. The scavenger hunt in week 2 had a question where you had to ask 2 additional questions. I am answering those questions for you, and I'm also going to compile them into a document that I will share with everybody. So I will take your name off the question that you asked, so it's anonymous. Type up the question and the answer and post that for you so that you can learn from the questions that other people asked as well. Okay. But the bigger point is please log back in, and read your feedback on your assignments. Okay. Don't just look at your grade, but actually read the comments, because it might also be something that will help you in a future assignment. All right, so after you do the advising piece, we're going to switch to time management. There's one discussion here, only one discussion this week. I have the final deadline listed as September 21st, but please don't forget that initial posting deadline, which is listed here, which is Friday, September 18th. So please make sure that you meet both deadlines, okay? This TED Talk I think you're going to like. It's 15 minutes, not too long, not too super serious. I think it's hilarious. I share it every year with FYE. I really enjoy it, and I certainly can relate to being a master procrastinator as he describes it. So please take the time to watch that. And then I just want you to talk to me about time management, and maybe we can learn from each other and learn strategies that help. Maybe what works for you will help somebody else, hopefully. So this is the only discussion this week. The syllabus does list a, growth mindset, something about growth mindset discussion. And I just was looking at everything that I was asking you to do, and I decided that you had enough. So I am going to move that to a week with less going on. Okay, so don't worry about that other discussion that is listed. You only have the one this week. Okay, 3 ways to think about prioritizing. This is a PowerPoint that I did. Please watch it with the sound on. And then there's just a summary handout to use that goes along with this, that kind of takes the pieces of the PowerPoint and condenses it onto one page to make it easier for you to refer to. And you can use that to do your reflection. Okay, I know this module looks like a lot, but I've also posted a couple of optional resources for you. Our poll that we took in the first Zoom session indicated that time management was the biggest kind of hurdle and struggle for everyone. That is super common. That's the answer that I think I always get. If not always, then almost always. And it is for me as well. It's just life is busy, and I get it. So I have posted a couple of optional resources for you. You do not have to do anything with these. You don't even have to look at them. But if you're someone who says, you know what, I really need more tools in my toolbox to help with time management, check these things out. They might help you, okay? All right, so I didn't take the time to kind of click through everything like I have in previous weeks. Because I'm hoping that you're starting to get kind of oriented to the class, and I also didn't want to waste your valuable time by reading through things that I know that you can read for yourself. But if you have any questions, obviously, always, always, always reach out and email me. If you have an extenuating circumstance, please email me. Anything that comes up, I so desperately want you to succeed, and I know that that sounds like a cliche. But it's really very true. And I think you'll find that of most of your instructors. So please communicate. Let us know what's going on. Stay connected to the class. I haven't been doing the best with my time management and I'm a little bit behind on getting your work back to you. And I apologize. I have no good excuse. It just is how it is. Beginning of the year craziness for me as well. But I'm going to be making every effort to do that as soon as possible. So please read the comments that you get, read the, the feedback that you get. And if you have any questions or comments or feedback for me, definitely reach out. I think you'll find I'm very open and very approachable. And if you're like, hey, Rachel, I don't like these videos. I don't want to waste 15 minutes a week watching some video of you talking about the module. I'll take that feedback. Whatever it is that makes this unique, quirky, weird, hard semester better, let's figure out what that is and let's do it together. Okay, I definitely have your back. I just need you to reach out and tell me kind of what's going on. So don't forget to take a look at this career exploration thing. Again, it looks like a lot. Please do not panic. Okay, we're going to talk about this a lot during our next Zoom session on the 22nd. We will also talk about citation and credible sources and all those kind of things. So if that's like a foreign language to you, please don't worry. We will tackle that together. I just wanted you, because we're talking about time management, to have the opportunity to plan. Okay, so take a look at that. Nothing due for those. Please remember when you're working through the module that anything that has points attached to it requires action on your part. The rest of them are just material that you need to read through, but nothing that you need to submit. All right? All right. Enjoy this beautiful week. It should be lovely weather. I hope you all have a chance to get some break and some downtime and do something fun. Please reach out anytime with questions or comments. I always enjoy hearing from you. Thanks. Have a good week.